Warren Buffett, known as the Oracle of Omaha, is an American businessman and philanthropist, widely considered the most successful investor of the 20th century. He has amassed a personal fortune of more than $60 billion by defying prevailing investment trends. Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Price is what you pay. Value is what you get. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. I don't look to jump over 7-foot bars. I look around for 1-foot bars that I can step over. Wall Street is the only place that people ride to in a Rolls Royce to get advice from those who take the subway. Predicting rain doesn't count. Building arcs does. When a management with the reputation for brilliance tackles a business with the reputation for bad economics, it is the reputation of the business that remains intact. Should you find yourself in a chronically leaking boat, energy devoted to changing vessels is likely to be more productive than energy devoted to patching leaks. We simply attempt to be fearful when others are greedy, and to be greedy only when others are fearful. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. Time is the friend of the wonderful company, the enemy of the mediocre. Derivatives are financial weapons of mass destruction. The only way to get love is to be lovable. It's very irritating if you have a lot of money. You'd like to think you could write a check. I'll buy $1 million worth of love. But it doesn't work that way. The more you give love away, the more you get. In the 20th century, the United States endured 2 world wars and other traumatic and expensive military conflicts, the Depression, a dozen or so recessions and financial panics, oil shocks, a flu epidemic, and the resignation of a disgraced president. Yet the Dow rose from 66 to 11,497. I never attempt to make money on the stock market. I buy on the assumption that they could close the market the next day and not reopen it for 5 years. It's never paid to bet against America. We come through things, but it's not always a smooth ride. You only have to do a very few things right in your life, so long as you don't do too many things wrong. I buy expensive suits. They just look cheap on me. Only buy something that you'd be perfectly happy to hold if the market shut down for 10 years.